quite deep, quite
Yeah,
deep.
yeah.
When it started and hearing the first half of the song, I kind of felt it's about someone else's death or something like that. But I realized he's the one who's possibly the one who's dead, or he is the martyred one, as he so says in the end of the chorus. Mourners lament, but it's me who's the martyr. So yeah, it's like he's entered this orchard. I walk peering away past the gate. It's like he's entered a cemetery of sorts. There's a halo of death, stalking shadows ahead. All he sees is departure. And he realizes he's one of the people who's been martyred here. So I don't know with what context this song has been made by this artist, OPETH, this band. Without a context, it's very difficult to interpret the meaning, the lyrics of this song, the meaning of this song. But it's quite deep. It's quite deep. It's very clear that the chorus is the most pertinent aspect of it. Before that, he also says lines like, pledge yourself to me, never leave me be, sweat breaks on my brow, given time ends now. So it's like he's asking, he's literally pleading, begging for support. But I don't think it comes his way, and then it comes to the chorus where he's realizing that he's literally the martyred one in this case. He's mourning, but he finds out he's also the martyred one in this case. So it's difficult to understand this aspect of it without a context in place. What are your thoughts, Kirti, on this?
I felt similar thing, especially because a halo of death all the time coming. All I see is departure. Now it could be in general as well the cyclical nature of life. So you're seeing every single day there is somebody or the other going away, and it is impending at some point. Looking at the things that have already happened or things that you have done, the things are yet to be done by you. It's kind of a panic situation, or also something to reflect on. The things that you have done, is it the right things that you're going to leave behind you or something like that? So it's a reflection on your entire journey of life itself. And here in this case, he's not really happy with the things that have happened so far. There are a lot of people who live life mindlessly, and when actually they see death up close, then they realize that they need to change a lot of things, because if this is the way they were meant to leave the world, it wouldn't be something that would satisfy them beyond death. Although I don't know whether beyond death you get to realize that, but people want to have a death where they leave a legacy behind, where they feel that there are those who will always remember them in good, in good ways more than bad. So people want to be definitely remembered in good memories and not in bad memories. And this is, I think, reflection of all of that has happened in his life.
The last verse kind of, it's like it tells you that it's like a funeral of sorts. Spirit painted sin, embers beneath my skin, veiled in pale embrace, reached and touched my face. So it's kind of like a funeral pyre or something being described here, of sorts.
Yeah.
So it kind of, then again the last verse, this was the second last one. Now the last one, drained by the coldest caress, stalking shadows ahead. Yeah, part of the thing. So yeah, the last verse kind of makes you believe that it's like a funeral pyre of sorts that's happening. It could be war also, it could be so many things, some kind of bloodshed, violence, destruction, which happens so commonly in certain parts of the world.
There is this, the title of the song is Harvest. So it is, I think, kind what you sow is what you reap, right? Yeah. So it's basically you will harvest what you have done your entire life. That's what I felt on the first listen of this OPETH song. What I found unique was the acoustic guitar that kept playing in a metal sort of song. All along there was one acoustic guitar that kept playing. It had a special spot, and it was all the way.
Reminds me a lot of MTV Unplugged, that's how it sounds. So it's like they made an attempt to make an unplugged song, like Pearl Jam Unplugged and Aerosmith Unplugged. Having heard a few of these over the years, yeah, definitely it sounded like it was
Yeah,
an
something,
attempt to make like an
a
unplugged
recording of
song,
that, yeah.
unplugged recording of this song. Yeah, Harvest. That title definitely must be discussed before we end this reaction. Yeah, it definitely seems to suggest that whatever you do, you kind of, that is the
That's what
what
you're
that
gonna
is
get,
what you're going
right?
to get in they say in Hindi, jaise karni vaisi bharni, which means whatever you do, that is what you will get in return too. So it's as equal to that karma.
And
They
karma,
call it karma.
yeah, everyone has to pay back within this life.
Yeah,
So
the
whatever
only
you've done.
little bit of a confusion in this, though it may not be for the artist who wrote it, songwriters and the band, for me it's little bit confusing that why are you asking, literally begging for the support of this other person, whether it's an entity, whether it's a group, whether it's a single individual. Why are you begging? It starts only with that, stay with me a while, rise above the while, name my final rest, poured into my chest. So why are you begging for this person to be around you? That is a confusing bit for me because we don't have a context of this all. Apart, then it comes to the chorus, so you have a context that he's entered some orchid like area, he walks past the gate, wilted scenes for us who couldn't wait, drained by the coldest caress, stalking shadows ahead, halo of death. So it's like it's all doom, doom, doom kind of thing. It's like a video game of sorts where there's the impending doom lurking up ahead for you, no matter what you do. So this support is very important in this song, but it's not happening.
In the moment of death, people want somebody to be around them.
Be by their side,
Yeah, somebody. So he's saying that whatever I've done, the bad things, rise above that, don't see that. Just be here. I need you. That's the bad.
Yeah, drained by the coldest caress. Wow, nice line, nice line. Kind of suggests that even that caress was so cold that it literally drained him out. Whether it's blood draining out, spirit, anything. It's quite a deep, intense line there. It's all, on the whole, very deep and intense, but without a context,
It's
I'm finding
almost
it a little
describing
difficult.
the moment of
But I
death,
still
I would
like
say.
the song. I
Yeah.
still like the song. It sounded good. The mellow nature of it, very mellow. These intense words were sung in a mellow, gentle, soft, delicate manner, more or less. And then these are the acoustic guitar used. So it becomes quite a mellow ballad of sorts.
The acoustic
Yeah,
guitar
so
is waving him
the
goodbye.
intensity of the lyrics don't hit you so hard while listening to it. I'm sure with more listens you will get the intensity of the lyrics and you may connect with it in your own ways, which is of course the one of the reasons for writing poetry or writing a song like this, that you want the listener to, I'm sure you want the listener to interpret it in their own context or in their own time, and also with their own experiences and background.
I'm not too sure, apart from music, people in different, those who follow different faiths and don't follow faiths, whether they discuss death in general or not. But in Hinduism, we discuss death to a great extent, just like life and just like any other facet of life. So death is one of the things that is also openly discussed and embraced to a certain extent. And a lot of people from different parts of the world also visit a place called Varanasi, one of the oldest cities in the world. The moment you talk of Varanasi, you will be discussing death because it's the place where people go to get moksha. So there, one of the things that are there, mythologically, before dying, the person sees the entire, and this is for every single person. I don't know, and I haven't asked a dying person, did you see that or not? But it is a very common belief in India that before a person dies, takes those last, few breaths, they happen to see almost the entire life, moving backward in reverse from that moment to everything that, the memories that they have had for their entire life, going till the childhood and all. And that moment when you're dying, even if it is a normal death, people say this person died in a good way or normal death, even that moment, everything that you have done in your life, if you have been a good person, that death could be a speedy one and less of pain. And if you haven't been the right kind of person or have committed a lot of sins, then it could be a worst kind of phase, just the last dying moment. It's called, there is a term for it, Bhairavi Yatna. Now depending from 10 minutes to whatever hours it can be. So the best death is within few minutes that you're just dead.
This
But
must
that
be a
happens.
case of that this
Yeah,
person
that's
lived
exactly what is
the kind
happening.
of life the person lived. This is the kind of death he had.
He had a bad
So maybe
death.
that is the kind of life he lived. A
Yeah,
miserable,
given time ends now.
horrible, pathetic life, existence. And because of that, this is his ending. So, and hence he doesn't even have any supporters really. He's begging and pleading for it, asking them to stay for a while. But no one's there.
No one is
He was even drained by that, such a cold, chilly caress. So yeah. Jaise karni, vaise bharni. That's it for this one.